So here's a breakfast that's really healthy. It's gluten-free oats, quick oats. Like half a bowl, not too much. And then it's a ton of blueberries, frozen, and some almonds. And if you want to put on top hemp, a little bit of hemp seeds and chia seeds, I've got those on top because they're full of protein and good fat, so that I can go probably almost to lunch with this. So you don't have to do the chia and the hemp if you're not into it, but it does add protein and fat on top of your oats in the morning. You just have to make sure they're gluten-free, so you can find them at the healthier stores. Hey again, so this is my lunch and you're probably totally laughing at how my salmon looks. This was actually a beautiful piece of salmon and I'm in such a huge rush, as many of us are. I didn't have time to grill it and bake it. So what I did is I actually chopped it up into little pieces and quickly grilled it with grapeseed oil. So it took 5 minutes instead of 25 minutes. You gotta do what you gotta do. And of course I have some vegetables with it. There's no bread product or grain at this meal because I know that I'm going to be having a really nice quinoa and chicken dish tonight. So this is what I feel like anyways. So guys, sometimes the meals don't have to look pretty. You just want to be fast and healthy. Hey guys, so I just gave my sons banana bread because I let my kids eat, more stuff than I eat. I still feed them really healthy, but I don't deprive them of kid things. So they're having a banana bread that's fairly healthy, but we're not going to have that. Instead, we're going to have fun eating a banana. It's fulfilling. You eat a banana while other people are eating banana bread and it's not a problem. So just don't eat the banana bread. Eat banana instead. Just do it. Right, Jord?
Yep.
Okay. So I really wish that I actually had time to juice properly with my juicer, but I just don't have time. And I'm really craving some greens. So I'm doing a little cheat with this Happy Planet. They've got a lot of great stuff in it. It's not the same as juicing fresh juice, but I do have it around for my kids when we're in a rush. So I'm just gonna cheat with Happy Planet today. Hi guys, so this is an amazing dinner. It's called Chicken Marbella, and I learned about it actually from my man. And I'm gonna show you the sauce I put on after, but in this dish, it's just chicken and the skin is on. So if you haven't eaten a lot of fat in the daytime, you can allow yourself the skin. It's spinach, tomatoes, capers, olives, and prunes. So what you do is you put all this in a pan together, and that spinach, when it bakes in the oven, is literally gonna end up like tiny strands around the chicken. We almost always want more. So yeah, it's definitely gonna shrink down to almost nothing, that spinach. Once you've done this, all you do is take your apple cider vinegar and olive oil dressing, just keep mixing it, and you're gonna pour it over the chicken and the veggies. And so guys, I have a lot more apple cider vinegar than I do olive oil, but you do need enough olive oil to make sure all the pieces get it. And then 20 minutes before this meal is ready from the oven, this is quinoa. So I'm just gonna boil some quinoa because it takes about 20 minutes. And that is dinner. So what I try to do is put, a bit of a smaller amount of quinoa underneath the chicken and take lots of vegetables. But if you're really hungry, you can have a bit more quinoa, just don't overdo it. I'm gonna have 2 pieces of chicken. I always just have 2 and I take as many vegetables as possible. And my guy is gonna have 3 and then we'll have 1 left over for tomorrow. This is so tasty, the sweetness of the prunes with the apple cider vinegar. This is so amazing when it's cooked, guys. So I'm going to show it to you when it's cooked, and then I'll show you after that how much I put on my plate. I forgot to tell you guys how long to cook it. So if you're gonna do 350 degrees Celsius, because we're in Canada, then it's about an hour, maybe an hour 10. So you just wanna prep it earlier in the day. If you're in a rush, I've actually put it at 400 and I cooked it for 45 minutes. But I don't like chicken where you open it up because it's more of the brown chicken. I don't like pink and slimy, so I actually open one up and make sure it's really well cooked, but that's to my taste, so you don't have to cook yours as long. And I totally forgot to tell you, once you've poured the sauce on, you need to push the spinach down into the sauce. Otherwise, if you leave it all above, it's gonna dry out and just kind of be dry. So I actually just did it while it was in the oven, and so don't do this. Do not do this. I have burnt myself, but you just want to push it. Sorry, you just want to push it down prior and make sure it's got the oil on it. So because I forgot to do it before, I'm probably gonna have to do it again in like 10 minutes. So here's the chicken Marbella cooked. I think I may have said it's olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Sorry guys, it's actually a bit of grapeseed oil and apple cider vinegar, and that's only because we've learned that olive oil at super high temperatures can turn into a bad fat. So keep it to grapeseed oil if you can. And you're gonna see that there's a lot of juice there. Most of it's juice. There's not too much oil in it. So at the very end, I actually turned the oven up to 430 degrees, and that's because I like to brown the top. It's not brown enough, I find, if I don't turn it way up, but just for like 5 minutes. And if you're gonna go the broil route, really keep your eye on it because it can torch right away. So you'll see how all the vegetables sort of marinate down into not much. It's easy to eat all that spinach. So I'm going to show it to you once the quinoa is done and the way I've served it on my plate and the portion. So here's the quinoa. It's almost ready. You just follow the instructions on the bag. Super easy. So whoops, I actually put a little bit too much on my plate. I don't usually do that, but I accidentally did. So if you're trying to lose weight, I would just maybe take the portion down a little bit of the quinoa. I probably won't even be able to eat this all. I'll for sure eat both pieces of chicken and all of the vegetables, but I don't think I'm going to get through all the quinoa. So if you do a portion maybe 2/3 the size of this for quinoa, that would be a lot better. And this is a big hearty meal, so keep that in mind with what you're eating the rest of the day.